Welcome to the show where we talk about buying, selling, online selling, eBay, Mercari, Amazon, garage sales, estate sales.
It's time. How's everybody doing today? Monday, April 25th already. Very early. I'm very, very early. Steven, thanks for coming in, buddy. How are you today? Good to see you. Like I said, I'm early. You know me, I like to go early, get things ready. That's too big, huh? Excuse me. Let me just check this one. That's not bad. In case I forget, it doesn't take up a third of the screen. So, how is everybody? How are you doing, Stephen? I didn't see you over the weekend, although I didn't do too much over the weekend. Other than last night, I went on live for a couple hours. Spoke to Brandon. And today is supposed to start my live continuation program at 5 o'clock every day. And then what happens? Well, not every day. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Excuse me. And then Friday, I'm heading home for a couple of weeks. So hopefully I can keep the schedule. If not, I'll do something early in the morning before everybody wakes up or something. But I've been trying to get on this regular routine, regular schedule like I had before. And things happened at the end of the year, and it's been going downhill since then. Doing good, just been busy at the flea market. Excellent. That's what I was doing yesterday and today, is prepping some large stuff for the flea market. Because when we go home, I want to do a flea market up there. I did one, I don't know, a year or two ago when we went home, and it was very good. And this is just stuff that I don't want to put on eBay because it's it's large, or there's some stuff that I've been getting case lots on. So I want to just take a few with me, see if I could just make a few extra bucks. And like I talk with Jerry a lot, is not having to ship it is a plus. JRKR 1964. Hey, Jen, how are you? Thanks for coming in and joining our regularly scheduled program.
Welcome to the show where we talk about buying, selling, online selling, eBay, Mercari, Amazon, garage sales, estate sales.
So, thanks for coming in. Like I was saying, I'm starting my new 5 o'clock time slot. Haven't been as a regular show at 5 o'clock for a couple of years now. I'm going to give it a shot, see what happens. Hopefully we can get some companies to come in. I have a couple of companies interested. I just got to work out the times and everything. To give some advice on using their product and what they're doing in the industry right now. The industry, the reselling as an industry whole, is changing a great deal. For the better, who knows? But there's a lot of changes between the post office doing. I don't know if you all knew. I said this last night on the live that I was on. Starting the 29th, the USPS post office says that from then on, their first class mail is going to take a little longer, because the only thing that they're going to use the planes for now is priority and express. So no more first class. So first class, they said, will take a little longer. We have to get over it. Listening while listing. Excellent. So yeah, so now, if you thought media mail took a long time or parcel took a long time, may take a little longer, because now first class is going to take a little longer, and the price is going to stay the same. So the post office is really, this new guy in charge is really making some heavy changes. Raised the price, added these extra fees for large items, and then eBay takes their percentage also off the surcharges. So not only do we have to pay a commission on the shipping, but if you ship something over 22 inches, there's two levels of surcharge. One is $5, and if you ship a poster, it's 32-inch tube, that's $15. So not only do we get charged a surcharge of either $5 or $15, but now eBay is going to take a commission off that too. So the $15 charge ends up to be $17.60, I think it came out to, which is totally ridiculous. We shouldn't have to pay a commission, a fee to eBay on a surcharge that we're charged for shipping items oversized. If it's in there, it's in there. I personally, I don't think they should be able to take a percentage of the shipping charge anyway. I think and that goes back to way back. Everybody talks about that. I think that's totally wrong. We should only have to pay a fee, commission, however eBay wants to put it, on products sold. They take it off sales tax. They take it off on the shipping. So it's like, what are we doing here? We're trying to make this a business, and you're just profiting off everything we do. Paul, it's great to see you healthy and alive. Thank you, Nance. Good to see you also. Welcome. So yeah, like I said, people have been saying that for a long time. It's not right that we have to pay a fee, a commission. I think eBay calls it a commission percentage. Fees upon fees, right, Jen? I don't think it's right that we have to pay it on sales tax that they collect and the surcharge that we have to pay. Because not only are we paying the surcharge, we're paying the shipping also if you do free shipping. So it's Jen's right, fees upon fees. That's one reason I stopped selling on Amazon, is because, I was talking that the last item I sold on Amazon, when you do all the scheduling out of all your fees and what you pay and the storage and all that, came out to over 22%. That adds up. No wonder more and more people are doing their own website, which I have. That's another thing I have to do. I stopped my website, Toys and Stuff Collectibles, because I wasn't really happy with Square. I have to get another one, and I'm in between thinking which platform I want to use. A little jump there. They should be grateful for the increase in online buying and not make it more difficult for sellers. That's right. I don't think I wouldn't call it making it difficult for sellers. I would maybe just phrase that a little different, that make sellers happy. They're not, by taking fees upon fees, they're not making it, they're not doing anything to make the sellers happy to be on the platform. Ryan, how are you? In hindsight, it's cheaper than having a brick and mortar and over a million users. Very true. Very true. I mean, sure, I've had brick and mortars. I've had a few. Jerry Wolfden, hello, hello, hello. How are you? Not saying I'm happy about all the fees myself. True, there is always a, you know, two sides of the story. I've had brick and mortar. True, you gotta have insurance, which you should have anyway when you're doing eBay sales. I still have insurance. But then you gotta hire employees. And then you need workers' comp. So there's I used to laugh with the people that, would open up a business and then a year later, not even on, sometimes they would go out of business, because they weren't doing any business. It's like you can't just open the door and expect people to come in because you're open. It's marketing. You have to do your marketing. Let the people know what you do. Let the people know that you are open, where you are, all that stuff. But eBay is, you still need, and you still should have insurance. Now Jerry's, on the other hand, Jerry's been doing well, doing shows again. The show circuit has been picking up, and he just chimes in right here. I'm happy doing the shows. So much easier than all this going on with eBay and Amazon and the other sites. Very true. Very, very true. I miss those days because I'm the type of person that likes interaction. I like talking to people. And the other reason that, like, people used to like coming in my store, they used to like dealing with me at the show because I sell a product that I like. If you sell something that you like, there's a sense you give off. You're enthusiastic about the product, and people get that and they connect with you. Like, did you see this? Did you see this piece here? And this came out. I'm not too crazy about the articulation here, but I do like the sculpt and the way they're doing this now, and the way people like that because you're talking their voice. You're talking, what they like. And I miss that interaction. So it's and on eBay, you don't get that. I can't tell you, I've been here working. Sandy went to work. She left for work, I think, at 12:30. So it's been me and the dog. And the dog won't answer me back. Yeah, I don't get that either. It seems a lot of businesses don't do any marketing. Right. I mean, hey, man, I've been telling people now for the last probably 6 months, when I list something, I finish it on the phone. And the reason I finish it on the phone is because, unlike when you do it on the website, it comes up with that little button after you list. You can either say done on the bottom, or up in the middle it says share. So I'm always hitting share. I put it on my Instagram, my Pinterest, and a couple of Facebook pages. And I think it's been helping, because somebody the other day said, I didn't know you sold these. I said, yeah, I just got a case in, actually. So you're getting more eyes. That's marketing. You're getting more eyes on the prize, basically. It's been fun at shows lately, almost like the old days. So it's been easier moving. Yeah. I mean, Jerry can tell you, we used to do Chiller Theater show in the Meadowlands. And the thing that sucked for me, what was in October, it was always on my anniversary weekend. But Sandy liked it. She had a good time. We would talk to people. We would talk to other people, talk to the companies. It was big into models and garage kits. And I used to do my own show, so you know everybody. Everybody knows everybody. And it was camaraderie. We made good money because that was before the eBay days. Are you going to try Whatnot? Ryan, I've done 4 on Whatnot so far. And I tried one last night. I said, let me see how a pop-up would do. So I gave like 20 minutes notice. Didn't do well at all. You really need to, you got to be consistent. They got to know what you're going on. And you got to be, it's like YouTube auctions now. You got to be cheap. So like I got in an Eddie Guerrero WWE Elite figure. It's a $75 figure. And if I wanted to start it at 50, no good. So, I don't have there's people on there, just comic book stores. Like they'll buy a collection of loose action figures and they'll start them at $1. And they may get $4 or $5 for one or something. So that's what you have there on Whatnot. Nance, Paul, did you move back to your hometown? No, not yet, Nance. Looks like we're going to be here until January. I just got the ugly news Saturday. We will be up there next week. We're leaving Friday. I hate Whatnot. Still too many problems. The last time I was on Whatnot, I put the sale up and I'm working it. And all of a sudden, it started rolling. So I go onto their page the next day and people said, what happened? I had to stop and and I did it too. I stopped and restarted, but the whole screen was going. So they had a glitch. But you got to admit, they're new, so they're working through the bugs and everything. And Callie Reseller Lewis is on. Did you schedule your first sale, Callie? If you're going to do it, Callie, hello, everybody. Make sure you get enough notice out there, or like schedule a bunch of them at the same time. And the thing is that I tried to do last night was a pop-up, and it said, well, what you got to put it in a category on Whatnot. Excuse me. So I was going to do a couple of action figures, a couple of games, and it doesn't work out well because the people that go to the category and look at all the lives, like if they do action figures, they see all the live action figure shows that are on then. Well, those people don't want to know about what games I have. But the thing about Whatnot, they go back and forth anyway. They're always coming and going, always coming and going, coming and going, coming and going. Yes, I've already done 4. Wow, that's cool. So how does it work out for you? You want to let us know? You want to chime in? How you liking it? Depends on your following. I've seen figs, comics cards go for hundreds, even thousands. Oh, wow. I haven't seen that. I don't look at any of the card stuff. I don't get that. I don't get the card opening. Like, I got this box because a lot of you know now that I buy Amazon liquidation. This box came in on one of the cases, and it was sealed with the Pokemon stuff. So Brand, he says, I don't think that's right. I think that's fake. So I said, all right, I'm going to open it then. And he said, if you have ridges on the top, it's fake. So I says, yeah, they're all ridges. So then I started opening the packs. And I said, so if they're fake, they shouldn't scan. But a couple of them scanned. One came up at $28. I says, now, Brando, I've scanned fake cards with that TGC app, and they don't scan. He says, well, I would take it to a comic shop and see if they could tell you if they're fake or not. So I pulled the listing and I have them here. Dolly's here. Hey, Dolly. How are you? Please, they should have done all the things before they. That's true. That's true. But Callie, so how are you doing with, you want to come in and tell us how you liking it? How how's it going for you? I have to admit, I do watch the rest. There's wrestlers on there that they go in. They sell autographed merchandise. They sell action figures because they're toy collectors too, and if it's of them, they'll sign it. So I do watch them when I can. Some of them are on really late, but I got to tell you that since Whatnot came on, now eBay is working on a live auction platform also, which is probably about time. Look what happened. eBay had it all, and then Amazon came along, and what was it, 4 or 5 years later they started to try to play catch up. I would jump in, but I'm not home. All right, no problem. If you got a link for your next one, put it in the chat, so we can all watch it. But yeah, there's just so much, there's just so much. Sorry, I'm getting liquidation notices now. I'm getting all that stuff. But I said to myself, Jerry said, I'm not to spend any more money, not to buy anything. Although I plan to do an auction when I go home too. I want to go to another local auction up there. But yeah, so there's a whole bunch of changes in the reseller community. Oh, Jerry, also, I went to that Orlando flea market Saturday. So now I don't have to go again for another 5 or 10 years. Oh my God, it was so pitiful. I always joke about this place. I said, you should be packing when you go. We took the dog, which was maybe a bad idea because it was a little hot. But you would swear people just went into a dumpster, got everything out of the dumpster and threw it on their table. And, how much is this? $10. How much is that? $20. I wouldn't give you a nickel for it. It's dirty. It's crappy. Yeah. I don't know. I don't understand it. I told Sandy, I said, what is it? They just, whatever doesn't sell, they just leave it and go home. Because that's the way it looked. Like it's been there forever. Buy whatever you like. I still do if it's something I know I can move quickly. Yeah, that's the problem. I move a lot of stuff. I just got in some Japanese Nintendo figures today. What Orlando flea market? At the fairgrounds. Pitiful, pitiful, pitiful. But I mean, I wanted to see there's this guy there that he was there last time we went, which was probably 3 years ago. He had a trailer, and all he does is flip down the walls and the back, and it's an instant store. And I told Sandy, I said, this is awesome. So I finally talked to the guy, and I said, who did the trailer for you? I love it. So he says, well, I had to look high and low for it. He says, but just do a search for stage trailers. And he says, there's this place in Kentucky that does them. They are not cheap. But I mean, if you do a flea market every weekend, which you could do here in Florida, you can't do it back home. Yes, Jerry, yes. The fairgrounds. Wouldn't want to be there at night, put it that way. you could just pull, because this is what he does. He pulls into the spot, unhitches the car or truck, whatever, drives the car or truck to the parking lot, and there's his shop ready to go. It's awesome. It is just awesome. But like I said, you can't do it at home. Can't get there from here. Like, this is one side of the trailer. No, other way, Paul. Other way. Left is right. Right is left. So it's like I said, I love it. Might be the same area where we did the record show yesterday. Oh wow. Well, last Saturday. Wait a minute, Saturday. Maybe that's what it was, because they had the fence up, and I asked the cop. I said, "What's over there?" He said, "Some kind of rock and roll show." So maybe I should have went, but I was just happy to leave. So what's happening with everybody? Thanks for coming in first and mostly. Thank you everybody for coming in. Thank you. I appreciate it. No, the show was Sunday. Okay. All right. Well, on the other side, they had this rock and roll show because they had big banners up and huge amount of tents and everything. Anybody do any sourcing over the weekend? There was a ton of garage sales here. I didn't go to any. Didn't want to go to any. I was joking. No, the show was. I was joking with Jerry. I said, and somebody else. They said, I was so happy. My eBay room had 4 racks and selling, and I was condensing the racks down. It went from 30 boxes to, I think, 10. Well, now I got 4 racks, 5 racks, 6 racks, and I need 2 more. Because now it's like the stuff is coming in 12 of this, 20 of this, 5 of this. And the stuff doesn't sell that fast. I mean, it sells good, but it doesn't sell that fast. No, the show, you didn't go at Polly? No garage sales, no yard sales, no nothing. JRKR went to a lot of yard sales. Jerry went to 5 community yard sales going on near us on Saturday. Yeah, no, I'm kind of, I don't know. I have a lot of stuff. I'm good. I'm well with product. And I'm not going to sell anything for 2 weeks anyway. I'm shutting my eBay store for 2 weeks while I'm gone. So I have product. I'm taking product back home, believe it or not, because I want to do a flea market up there. But it's stuff I don't want to ship. I don't want to worry about shipping because it's large. And then some of the stuff is new. Like, I'm taking some of my Dragon Ball Z figures because I have a dozen. And the Power Rangers stuff, I bought a case of those. So I'm taking up some of those. And hopefully price them low enough where they can't say, well, I just get it on eBay. Not for this price. Got a Dyson vac for $40. Was like new. Oh, wow. Does it suck? So yeah, one of these days, as soon as I get things rolling and as soon as people expect me to be on at 5, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I will do a show on sourcing. Because like I said, I'm hardly leaving the place now getting the stuff. I don't know if you saw the video I put up. It premiered Saturday morning at 9. Did a police auction. And I liked the police auction because I was telling Jen, when I find games at estate sales or whatever, I usually have to run them through the cleaner at least once, twice, but these were all beautiful. Um, I was expecting to find something in one of the cases too, because my son bought a Porsche Cayenne a couple of years ago from a police auction. And he said, well, you could tell it was a drug dealer's car. And I said, why? He said, well, just guess what was hidden everywhere. He put a few bucks into it. I think it needed a solenoid on the engine. I forget what it's called. It's like a $50 piece or whatever, but it makes it, if you need one done, the car runs like crap. As soon as you oxygen sensor, he replaced it, and the thing ran like a champ. And it was nice. I mean, it was fast. It was nice. He had it delivered. Cost him the $500-600. But I was telling somebody the other day, I said, when I did this police auction, man, if you wanted a Rolex, or if you wanted a Beamer, if you wanted to buy a Beamer and pay the $600-700 to have it shipped, there you go. Buying a car at a police auction is good if you're a mechanic, because they don't guarantee anything. Well, we don't guarantee the mileage is correct. We don't guarantee it runs. You have to get your own title for it. Sometimes you don't have the key because, they confiscate if you go in and you're doing naughty stuff. Whatever you own, now the state owns it. So, but it's a good place to get stuff. Good sourcing opportunity. Now, there's a big one here. I think every state has their, I don't know if it's police, but I know the airport's lost and found is this August in, it's either Fort Lauderdale or Miami. They used to do a TV show on them. There's the big ones in New York. But I think every state has their own. The one in August, they haven't had, because of COVID, they haven't had now in 2 years. So they keep promoting that. This is the first one in a long time, so get with us. And, sometimes it's a bag and you don't know what it is, and they don't know because they didn't open it. Or there's 9 million iPhones. You don't know if they're locked, or if you can unlock it, an iPhone. But there's the tablets, and there's always a ton of tablets. No weapons, because those people go away. $30,000 fine if you caught with a weapon at the airport. There's cameras. Cameras is the other thing that there's a ton of. It's like, man, I was telling my son, I said, I want to get rid of my camera because I don't need something that good anymore, but I want just something I could keep on my body, just to point and shoot. If I left my camera behind, I'm going to know it, because it's like carrying around a brick. You remember the big cell phones, the way they were when we first had our cell phone? It was like, they called them a brick. It was like a brick. You're going to know if you're missing that. If you've been carrying around all day and all of a sudden, oh, it's on the conveyor belt. Gary, what's happening? How are you? Haven't seen you in a long time. Thank you. Doing well. Hope the same for you and yours. So yeah, I mean, I bought a lens because I needed a wide angle lens. When you're doing real estate photography, you need the whole room, I bought the lens, was more than the camera itself. But now I don't need, I took that when we went to Italy, and it was cumbersome. It was, It's like, I look at everybody else. They got these little, you don't, here I am. All right, gonna get it just right. A little to the left. Okay. I think I'm done with that now. But I don't know. I still have my old cameras from my college days and stuff. My film cameras. When I used to develop my own pictures. It's been a while. Haven't seen you live. Yeah, Gary, I took a leave of absence from YouTube for dramatical reasons, I guess. I was sick of playing the games, listening to the games. And then December, it's like everything fell apart. So I'm getting back into it. I'm not doing YouTube auctions anymore. But then I just nose to the grindstone, just been super busy with eBay and getting stuff sold. I see you're still doing your auctions. I don't see you with Tom, right? I see you with another guy now. I don't know who the other guy is. But is Tom still around? Because I haven't seen, I'm not on that much. If I go in somebody's chat, hello, how are you? I'll stay for a few minutes. Most of the times I'm not even going to pay attention to the chat because I'm working on this screen. Which is not right, because then somebody says hi, and then if I don't respond, it's like, oh, you're rude, so-and-so. Leave of absence are always healthy at times. Yeah, boy, they are. Yep. Oh, yes. Oh, so how's construction on the West Coast, Gary? Still busy? Even with the interest rate now over 5%? Things have started to slow down a little here. Back home, I keep looking at the realtor.com, and the prices are starting to come down a little. Happy. Although everything else is still expensive. Yeah, how many of you in the chat have experienced, because home prices, home values have risen now in the last year, how many of you have experienced a price increase in your payment because your house insurance went up? Sandy said, how come our payment went up $100? I said, I don't know. Well, let me check. Yep, still doing auctions every Saturday night. Yeah, Tom decided to do his own thing. Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, haven't seen him. But yeah, it turns out that, well, your house was only insured for this. Now it's worth this. So now you're going to be up here, and that's a rate increase. So it's like, damn. So that's happening to people now all over. And the big thing here in Florida is construction is booming out here. It's crazy. Oh, okay. Nice. There's some people out here now that are struggling because their payment went up. And I just heard an acquaintance has to move because they're selling the house that they live in because the owner is walking away from the house. Walking away, not even fighting foreclosure, walking away. I wanted to respond so bad. I said, Paul, just shut up. If anybody out here is experiencing that, foreclosure, anything like that, there is no reason to walk away. It takes a while for foreclosure to go through. A while. So don't walk away. There's things that can be done. And I'll leave the real estate talk there. Great for construction is booming everywhere, to be frank. Great for contractors. Nice. Nice. In Miami, the rents are now $6,000 a month. Better to buy a house since the mortgage is cheaper. I know. The rents here went up a lot too, and I'm saying, gee, if we rent this, we could, because our mortgage is pretty low. I said, well, we could pocket like $1,500 a month after everything's paid. But I don't know if I want to be a landlord again. I was a couple of times, and you need thick blood for that, thick skin. But not everybody's cut out to be a landlord. The way, like I would tell my nephew who owns a few properties, I would tell him that you just get a property manager, pay them the $100 a month, the 10%, whatever they require. Let them take all the baloney calls. Let them take all the, because your air conditioner is going to break down Sunday at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. It never breaks down between 9 and 5, Monday through Friday. Let them take all the baloney calls. That's what they're there for. All they do is they give you the check. Nice. Everything's fine. You walk the property once a quarter. Thank you very much. Thanks, my check. Thank you. Or you could be stuck in my situation. One of my houses, I have been stuck since 2008 and can't even sell, but the bank walked away from it. And I've had that happen where the bank walked away. Oh, Dolly, if I remember correctly, so you had a mortgage on it? If the bank walked away because I was a victim of fraud from the banks. Yes, during 06, 08, during that debacle. Oh my God, if I remember, I had this happen to one of my clients. Yes. Seek out an attorney, because when one of my people did it, they used my attorney and they ended up with the house free and clear. No liens, nothing. Bank walked away, great. Mine. See you later, bye. And I got a big settlement from it. Well, the bigger settlement might be the house, the property. But yeah, I mean, don't do anything unless you have the deed for that property, because you don't want somebody else coming back saying, oh, we bought all the assets from such and such a bank. Oh my God, why is everything turning into real estate today? This is supposed to be the reseller chit chat. I do love talking real estate because I think I'm good at it. I was a broker and been into it for the last 16 years. But yeah, I learned so much. I would have been I think, more unstoppable than I was if I was an attorney and doing real estate at the same time. I had an attorney that worked for me doing the stuff because we helped people that were in trouble. I made it so people could exit gracefully out of their property. But it would have been so dangerous because I knew a lot of the law that I was dealing with. I know a guy where the bank walked away. He now owns the property free and clear. See, Dolly? Well, even the company that bought the assets walked away from it. Have the documents to prove it. Dolly, the only document you need is the deed with your name on it. Because right now you might be considered a renter. You need a deed title to the property. And if everybody walked away and you got the documents to prove it, might be just as simple as to go down to town hall, city hall, whatever you have there. I have that deed. Oh, so you're golden. You're golden. A little chilly. I just got a little chill. So Dolly, you're doing coins now. Kerns. Dolly's doing these painted coins now. 100%, 999% silver. I need an attorney because there is still a lien on it. Well, if everybody walked away, who's the lien? Who gets paid on the lien? A mechanic's lien, or I do silver? I stand correct. I sit corrected. Silver rounds. You're good, Dolly. That's your pad. Yeah, but who owns the lien, Dolly? You should be able to go on the Ohio Clerk of Courts, whatever I would go to Orlando Clerk of Courts website, and you can look at all the liens and everything on a property. And gold coins. I am sorry. I didn't know it was gold also. And Dolly used to do something that I haven't done yet. One of my goals was to start buying liquidation. And I've cracked that, and I'm doing that. My other goal was to maybe do a couple of storage auctions. That's what Dolly used to do. And she's got a ton of stuff left over too. The company that bought the asset, they didn't remove the lien. Is Ohio an attorney closing state or a title company closing state? Like, see, here they use title companies. Back home in Massachusetts, it was an attorney, no title companies. Which one does Ohio do? Because it'd be less expensive just to go to a title company and say, "Can you clear the title? I have a cloud on the title. Can you clear this for me?" And they should be able to do that. I still do storage auctions, just waiting for prices to come down. Ah, okay. Yeah, I've been watching Jeebus on some of his storage auction buys. The last one was pretty creepy with all the mice and stuff. I didn't like that. Both an attorney or title. Okay. Yeah, you could go to a title company and say, "Listen, I got a lien. I need that cleared off my deed, my title," and see what they say. And you have the paperwork to say they walked away, so it might be kind of cut and dry for them. They know what paperwork to file and what process to go through. I don't. So, this has been an interesting, good point. We'll do that. Yes. Yeah, because you don't want, I know you're rehabbing all your properties. You don't want to put a ton of money into a property, get a renter in there, and all of a sudden somebody comes knocking at the door saying, we're confiscating our property, or we're taking our property back. You don't want that. Better safe than sorry. So yeah, I mean, Dolly, you're still cool up there, right? Because I've been looking up back home, they're still in the 50s. which I'm gonna like. But it's flea market season opened up back there. Is your flea market season opened? And do you go, because you're in Ohio, do you go to Kane County, the big, it's like Brimfield in Massachusetts. It's the big antique and collectible extravaganza that they have. It's called the Kane County Fair or whatever, the Kane County something. Nice and warm here. Because I know a few guys that used to go to the Kane County show once a year. I think it was once a year or twice a year. They would set up at it and they would sell, or they would just go to buy. It's like Brimfield, Massachusetts, man. You could go from antique coffins to the latest hard to get toy from Walmart. Nope, haven't been there. Kane County Fairgrounds. That's it. But you should check to see when the show is. From what I understand, it's enormous. And then there's always that world's longest yard sale, which I claimed I'd never do again, but then start to wonder, maybe I should try it again. I mean, it was okay. We spent 2 days, I think, 3 days. It was all right. The music was awful because you're in the Bible Belt and it was all just preachers yelling in the radio, and the barbecue was just okay. I think that's the thing that most ticked me off the most is I couldn't get good music on the radio. I seen that I want to do the world's longest yard sale. Yeah, we started in Arkansas and only went up to Kentucky. It went all the way up to Ohio. We didn't go that far. We stopped in Kentucky and then drove all the way back. There's some places though, man, you are on the side of a mountain, and I would never drive that at night. Never, never, never. But you look down, it's like some of the places in California. We drove going from LA to San Francisco. It's like you look down, man, forget it. And most of it when we went a long time ago. Had to be 12 years ago, maybe. There was a lot of glass and cast iron and a lot of Coke signs. I don't know if that was a major route for them or what, but, and, the gas pumps, I forget what they're called. Most of the gas pumps and stuff that we saw were all redone, all refigured, and, all of that. Still asking a ton of money for them. And the buttons, what we call the buttons, the big giant porcelain Coke signs, a lot of money, $1,500, $2,000. So I didn't see too many really good deals and stuff. The only nice thing is you turn the corner, there could be a field with 20 vendors. Then across the street, there could be another small field with 10 vendors. And it's that way going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth all the way. So it was interesting. It was good. I mean, too bad they didn't do it somewhere else. I don't know. Just driving on the side of the mountains and stuff was pretty interesting. I can't imagine driving with a trailer behind me on one of those roads. So what's everybody else doing? Is people still listing? I put a lot of stuff on auction. I have a lot of stuff that ended. That I have to now either relist or just wait until I come back and settle everything. But what I want to do is I want to go through everything I have and make sure I am the lowest price on that item. I started to do that this morning on some of the new stuff that I got in. And it worked. It definitely did work. Sorry. Need to run. Time for dinner. All right, Jerry, take care. Yeah, so when I'm away, hopefully I'll go on. I'll do some lives from Savers again and a couple other places. But yeah, I mean, anybody else have anything else going on? I'm still see right now. I'm in a state of change, I guess, because I know I'm leaving at the end of the week, and I don't know what's. I don't want to set anything right now, so I figured let me just take whatever I have listed right now and just change the pricing, change the listing, adjust it, and everything, and get it set. Because I'm just gonna shut everything off when I'm gone. Michael Sams, how are you, man? Doing well, doing well. Thank you for asking. Thank you, thank you. But yeah, so that's about I don't know, that's about it for me. On the eBay front, I gotta get everything going. I took everything off Macari because I haven't paid any attention to Macari. But Macari, when I did have it active, it was doing very well. It became my new Amazon. Macari was getting more money than eBay, and so it took over Amazon for me, which is good without the fees. Because, like I said, Amazon would tick me off is when they started doing increasing the storage fee. They wanted to charge me, I don't know, more money for a comic book, to something storage fee. And I said, I'm only selling the book for $5. How much storage space can a comic book take? I'm doing well. Also had a minute. Seen you on, wanted to stop in. Well, thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. I will be on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday at 5. And we're going to do the reselling stuff. Talk about this, that, and the other thing about reselling, challenges, sourcing, the usual suspects. So thank you for coming in. What does your storage BRA? I can't see. Maddie. Go to channel. Michael Sam's Storage Brats. Okay. Very cool. Very cool. I am subscribed. Just wanted to make sure. Cool, cool, cool. So is anybody else doing Etsy or Poshmark? Those two have been in the news at least once a week for the past month. And not for good stuff. I'm kind of happy I don't sell on those two platforms. Yeah, so Storage Brats is our channel. This is my personal page. Okay. Yeah, I'm subscribed. Just wanted to make sure. Wife is on Posh. Yeah, Poshmark and Etsy have been in the news at minimum once or twice a week for the past now month. Just the weird stuff they're doing, charging people advertising fees, mischarging on advertising fees, not letting people know unless they bring it up to them, or letting them find out on their own. I don't know. You'd almost think they were growing pains, but they've been around now for a while. So I don't list on Posh. I don't list on Etsy. I try not to do many clothing things. Although I did get I think 3 weeks ago now, we went into a thrift store. I found a Bob Marley shirt that was pretty cool. I did pick that up. The only thing I don't like about clothing is you got to do the measurements. I used to have an assistant that did that for me. I was like, oh my God, you got to do this. Then you got to take a picture. And I said, take a picture with the ruler so they know their measurements if they don't read the thing. And it's like, oh my God. My son buys from Etsy a lot. What does he buy on Etsy? Yeah, I think I bought my first item on Mercari last week. I bought a ton of video games I got in from the police auction. So I'm reviewing them. I'm opening up, making sure they're not scratched or see what they are, and they weren't. But there's a couple that were, you could get more money if they were complete. So I went on to Amazon, Mercari, and eBay, and I bought either the case or the manual or both for the games that I needed. And supposedly one came in, it's in my mailbox. With our mailbox is in like the center of the community. Plants and seeds. He is 22 and loves gardening. Oh, that's cool. And Dolly buys a lot from Etsy. Yeah, I haven't bought anything from Etsy. But like I said, now I've been selling on Mercari for a couple of years, and I just bought my first item, I think, 2 weeks ago. Now I'm waiting. Like I ordered, I don't know, 5, maybe 6 manuals or box art and manuals for these games. One came in today, and the others, like, you'll get it the first week in May or May 4th, May 5th. Great, I'll be gone. I mean, not that I'm going to do anything with them yet anyway. I sold one game today, and the person hasn't paid yet. And I'm hoping that they're going to pay. Let me just check here to see if they paid. Let's see. Share, not extra camera. Extra camera? All right, this is my eBay. See, I'm down 155 because I had 100 auctions end and, well, actually 200 auctions end between Wednesday and Saturday. Orders awaiting shipment, nothing. Orders awaiting payment, 3. This game sold. And I was happy that sold. And I got it all in there. This was cleaned, but still have a few light scratches, so I'm not lying. I gave a ton of information on it. Nice. But like I said, I hope he pays and it's not just a scam buyer or whatever. I've had that happen. And it's almost like it's another reseller they bought mine to take it off the market or whatever, off eBay, just so they could sell theirs, and then they don't pay for mine. Wow, Judgment Care. Steve, I believe, right? Haven't seen you in a long time. How are you? Thank you for coming in. Do you find your items sell better at auction or buy it now? The reason I haven't done many auctions, when I want to move something, yes, people do that. When I want to move something fast, which I wanted to, because I know I'm going away, and I was hoping to move the item. I figured, hey, if I reduce it a little bit, I'll get a couple of people interested in it. I'll still get what I want, but it'll be gone faster. And that's what I did. The 200 auctions, I don't know, I think I sold 50 items out of it between Wednesday and Saturday. So not too bad. Check what is for sale. There are a lot of things you will do worse with auction. And Michael, yes, if you go to the person, you go to their feedback, and then you go to the right-hand side, it says, look at what they're selling. It's like, oh, okay. So you just bought this from me, but you're selling one a little bit more money. And it just happened to me last week. The person didn't pay. But you got to wait 5 days. And then eBay says, all right, well, we'll cancel it and then relist it for you for free. Meanwhile, they sold theirs. Now yours is back there again. But yeah, if you get something that's hot and you know that if you like, that's what I did today. I was saying earlier, I was working on my listings, making sure that I'm the lowest price on the listings, hoping that will get them sold also. And I don't do free shipping. There's a couple of items that I just did free shipping on because it's $20. And if I said 16 or whatever plus shipping, I figured the other 2 listings were free shipping also. So let me just get in there with those. So I did it, I listed it, and nothing happened yet. If you have something that is unique and you list it fully and accurately, auctions may bid up. Yep, start price. Yep, exactly. All my auction lots seem to go cheap, but I guess to move a lot of stock or break even. Yeah, I tend to only do auctions on stuff that I've had longer than 6 months. I don't like to have product in my store longer than 6 months because then I just rather have the cash, whatever I can get, and then put it into new stuff. Because my estimation is if it hasn't sold in 6 months, it's probably never going to sell. And I am consistently working my listings. I said it a couple of weeks ago when I was on this, I just went on live. There's a lot of people that are obsessed with, I have to get 1,000 listings. I have to get 5,000 listings, 10,000 listings. I said, I can do 1,000 a week with just 200 listings. It's just getting the right stuff to sell and then work your listings. I'm very new to eBay. Okay. Excuse me. I've been doing eBay since before it was eBay. Share. I'm an old trading assistant from eBay. I used to sell things for other people way back in the day. The thing with your listings on eBay, like right now I have 155. One of my last videos, see where it says send offers? I never send offers anymore. I have a video on my page, and I explain why. But like this listing here, let me just show you. These just came in today. Excuse me. When I say I work my listings, this is the way I put the listing out first. I got this from Google and I changed it a little. What I do is, well, what you have to do is they claim over 76% of all the online sales comes from a mobile device. Well, you can't, or we can't modify this for mobile. So the most important part of your eBay listing is the first 4 to 6 words. So if you can get the important stuff in the first 4 to 6 words, there's half your battle right there. Getting stuff sold. Half your battle. Now this one, oh, I didn't do free shipping. I thought I did. So I might have to change that because this is the one I was thinking about. So I might have to move this. It's tough because this is the guy's name, Japan import, but this is what they're looking for. Nintendo, Super Smash Brothers. That's typically what they're looking for because these are hard to find. So just keep that in mind. You know, if you have something that's not moving, you may just want to look at it and say, all right, am I saying all the important stuff early? And you don't need any punctuation. I have this in there. I don't know why, but you don't need any punctuation. Punctuation just takes valuable space. I have a friend that has been with them 22 years and another 28. Yeah. I started with their original company, AuctionWatch. And then it became, after I think 2 years, it became eBay. And then I was with them all through that time. I was trained by eBay at the time to be a trading assistant. And I used to sell stuff for other people. They would drop it off at my shop or whatever, and I'd charge 30% to sell it for them. But you have to do all the work. You have to take the pictures, do the listing, do all that stuff. But yeah, the buy it now. It's always good to have the buy it now. See, only a couple of mine have free shipping. Now, see these things here. Any of you ladies interested out there? I have about 1,000 of these. I'm going to take some of these to the flea market. There's people selling these between $2 and $2.99. So I put out 12 pieces at $16.85. I just lowered this to $16.85, plus free shipping. So I'm down to almost $1 a piece. Excuse me. And there's only one other person that has 2 or 3 listings of it. But yeah, my eBay room smells great because I have big bins just full of these. Plus, I still have a ton of incense left. It does. Yeah, I'm thinking it's a guy. This person that has these listed has sold a few. But I want to I haven't sold any yet. So what it might take me to do is just reduce the price a little more. Got a tickle in my throat. Oh, and if you don't know, you probably know anyway. But hey, since we're on the subject, you just go to sell up here, and it brings all your active listings. So you buy a lot of bulk items and break them down. No, I went to an auction, a local auction, and he had 3 50-gallon bins. I think it's 50 gallons, maybe 25 bins of these things. So I guess people looked at it and they got scared. And I told Sandy, I said, I just want it. So I got 3 huge bins. There's got to be 1,000 pieces. You can change the price right here. So $15.85. Nobody's chewing on that yet. Let's see what happens when I go to $15.85. So if you take off 5 for shipping, now I'm under $1 a piece. If it ships to California. So that's what I've been doing, is I've been checking my prices, making sure I'm the lowest. Like this, I am not the lowest, but these are mint and very hard to get. But this one, I bought a case, and this one out of the case, see, it's ripped there, and it's got a crease, and I do show all the damage. See, it's crushed there. So I try to show as much of the damage so there's no question. So the last opened one sold for $90. So I figured, hey, I'm going to put this out at $85 and it's still in the package. And I just made that. How many people do I have watching that? 85, getting 10 watchers. So if I respond to questions, I don't want to respond to questions. Come on, where are you again? 139, 85. Review offers sent, edit best offer. No, it's going to tell me I can't do just a few dollars. It wants me to do a lot. So if I have 96 people that viewed it already and 10 people watching it, the essence of that video that I did is you do send offer. You could have 10 people, but it's only going to send to 2. It's only going to send to 3. Why? I asked eBay. They couldn't give me a correct answer or a good answer. So if I'm willing to sell it for less money to 10 people, I'm willing to sell it for less money to 100 people. So I just go in and change the price for everybody. Now, wouldn't this be awesome if I got the cha-ching before I went off the air? Like I said, this one I really don't want to play around with. I'm the second lowest on this one, but they're hard to get. And ever since the Hawkeye TV show, everybody wants it. So there's just some stuff that I'm holding out. Like I have a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle set in here somewhere. Yeah, see this box set, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. 150. I started at 190, and stupid me, I took an offer of 175 and I said, no, I can't do it. I got too many people watching it. It hadn't sold yet. Still. So I'm not going to go lower than 150. I'll wait. If I have to wait until Christmas, I'll jack up the price back up to 195 because this is a San Diego Comic-Con exclusive item. Can't get it anymore. That's just basically it's knowing your product also. So you buy a lot of bulk items and break them down. Maybe break them down to lots of 1 or 2 pieces. No, it's not worth it. not for shipping, because then you're going to pay more. I wanted to get it where I could sell them at $1 a piece. I'm going to take a couple of hundred back home and, tell people, I don't know, I was going to sell them 6 for $2 or something like that. I'm going to put them in sandwich bags and do that. And hopefully then I'll give a bunch to my nieces and my in-laws and stuff like that. But I have a ton, and they are so heavy because they're liquid. So you get this big tub full of them. But Michael, do you have a antique mall store, a booth? Do you do flea markets, anything like that? Excuse me. If anybody does, I still have several hundred Disney year 2000 vanity plates from Disney World. I can give you a hell of a deal on. I can give you a deal on these. I can give you a deal on these boxes of incense that we would sell at the antique booth at $1. I think we sold them at $1.50 a small box. There's 20 boxes in each one of these boxes. Wouldn't it make sense to sell 2 at $5? Buyer paid shipping, then 12 for 16. Yeah, but the other people are doing it. He's doing a 10 piece and a 30 piece. Now, the other thing I don't want to do is put too many in the box where now it's over £1 and it's going to go priority mail, $10 shipping or $9.80 shipping. Plus, I want to move them. Like Sandy and I would talk, how much do you want to sell them for at the flea market? I said, I don't know. We could sell them 2 for $1 for all I care. We are just building our YouTube channel and selling yards. So you're doing your own yard sales? Like consistently? Like every weekend you do a yard sale on your own yard sale? Or flea markets? Excuse me. I just don't have any good flea markets around me here. But from a buyer's stand, I'd rather buy 2. I hear you on that. But the problem is the shipping on 2 is the same as it would be if I sold 10. Not really consistent. I could do smaller lots. But yeah, if I could sell somebody 100, I would. But then 100's going to be probably a lot of money. £5, probably. We sell big items on Marketplace. I have a few big items on Marketplace. They haven't sold. Brand new. I have a brand new microwave in the box. I have a one-arm bandit. It's a digital one, Japanese animation, slot machine, basically. I forget what the other things are. What the hell are the other things? Just personal thought, maybe try listing 2 for $5. Buyer pays shipping. I could do, but then I'm not far enough away from the other guys. Maybe 3 for $5. Selling. Let's see what I have. The Godzilla stickers, which is too much money. But that didn't lower the price. But it just says I'll negotiate the price. I didn't know they had that. So where was the shipping? I mean, the price must be on the first page. Yep. I have several hundred of these too. All right. So there's the Japanese skill machine. I had 3 of them. I sold one for $300. There's the microwave, and there's an ad that I'm buying that I really can't. I have to put this with other stuff. So I only have 3 things. This is an ad to buy stuff. I have a set of 4 factory Dodge rims and tires, a beautiful oak table and chairs, that type of stuff. So real big stuff. Very cool, though. Very cool. Yeah, the last thing I sold on Marketplace was a shop vac. It hangs from the ceiling, and it's a vacuum system. So if you like painting a car or you're woodworking, and you got the cloud of sawdust, sucks it right into a bag. I actually got it for my son because my son paints cars, and he says, "No, Dad," he says, "I built my own." And he did, out of the whole back wall of one of the bays of his garage. So I bought it for him, and I ended up selling it. All right, it's 6:14. Any last questions or anything from anyone? Any last comments? How are you liking 5 o'clock to be on? When I'm done, please leave a comment if you would. At the end of when the video's done, with storage units, you get a lot of furniture and big items like couches. Yeah, I know, that's one thing that scares me. I'd like to start doing it, but it's me. I'm all by myself. And somebody said, just start with a 5x5. You don't want mattresses. You don't want to be spending all your money and time going to the dump. Refrigerator, like you said, a couch. Don't want that. But that's the only thing that scares me is that happening. But it's the thrill of the hunt, I guess, right? It's fun going through the boxes and stuff. $50 washers sell cheap. And fast. That's true, huh? That's true. But I know there's a few people lurking. There's a couple of people on Facebook watching. Thank you. I appreciate that. But if anybody has any questions or comments, put them in the chat now, or just wait until we're done and you can put them in the comments section. And I will be back on tomorrow at 5. Very true right there. Buy only what you can see. Don't buy what might be in the boxes. Very, very true. Words to live by in the storage game, right? Buy only what you can see. And what else as they say? The more dust, the better. The more dusty the box is, the better, and just go for it. Yeah, see, that's my problem, though. I got too many irons and too many fires. When you buy liquidation, it's like, oh, you got a Gaylord coming in. A Gaylord is half a pallet, and then you got 5 boxes of this coming in, and you got this coming in. It's like, oh my God, what did I do? So it's a lot of stuff. Dust 90% of the time means rats. Yeah, I don't want that. Oh, it was seeing when Jeebus pulled out. He pulled out something that had a game controller. There was a mouse, half a mouse skeleton or a mouse skeleton rotting away in the wires. And I was like, oh my God. Then one ran back into the unit. Then they show them, they dumped out a box, and one scurried away. All right, it happened. I figured it was going to happen. What's it been, 10 minutes? I don't know if you just heard the cha-ching. There when you sale you want. There went the sale you wanted. Yep. Orders. Right there. 83 bucks. So I just lowered it from 85 to 83 10 minutes ago, and it sold and paid because I can print the shipping label. So I'm telling you, people, there's nothing better than proving a scenario right there. Work the list. You don't need thousands of listings. Just work them. And that's what I do. And, it works. So that was excellent. I have to admit, that was excellent because that happened right on time. 10 minutes, bang, lower the price, give it a few minutes. You get that many watchers, that many people. Plus, it's a hot item. As I stated before, it's a hot item. Great. Great, great, great. But you could do. eBay is no longer a listed and forget it platform. No, Landshark, Craig, how are you? Thanks for coming in. Craig, I don't know if you were here. I don't know if you were lurking, but I just lowered the price $2 on that action figure. 10 minutes later, sold. So, very, very happy. Very happy. I'm always happy when that happens. It's like, okay, I'm doing something right. But yeah, I don't think anything is a list it and forget it platform. That's like opening up a brick and mortar and just opening the doors and waiting for people to come in without any marketing. Yeah, I heard you say that. That's why you said that. Yep. Yeah, you just look at it as marketing. You got to do your marketing. It's the hustle too. It's not like Craig says, no longer list it and forget it and wait for it to sell. No, you don't wait for anything to happen. You got to make things happen. It's the hustle. Reselling is fun. Reselling is okay, but you're more successful when you're hustling and making things happen. The question now becomes, did it sell because you dropped it $2, finally hit the price, or because you changed the listing? Did not change the listing. Just on that one, I just changed the price $2. But that sold because there were 10 watchers. It's an extremely hard to get action figure. And I knew 10 watchers. I put it at that because the last loose one outside the package sold for $90. So I said, well, let me put this still in a crappy package, but it's in a package for $85. I figured it would sell at $85 pretty quick. So people just needed a little, and it's done. Changing the price is a change to the listing. Semantics. Okay, semantics. The $2 did it. They needed, like I said, the next thing to know, but you can't. Is is the person that bought it one of those 10 watching it? Or that's what I would love to know, because then that would prove one of my other theories. Is the person that just bought that figure one of the 10 watching it, or just somebody searching for it? But anyway, so Craig, how are you doing? I was just about to end, but I know I haven't seen you too much in a while. How are you doing? You still going on doing your show and stuff? Oh, what's going on with my throat? So you have an actual eBay store? Yes, I do. About us, 40 years. They're going to change that to 45. Dealing in comic. I used to own a comic. I actually had 2 comic stores back home. Like, Craig, why don't you buy this comic off me? Jim, how are you, Jim? I have been on sabbatical. Haven't done a show in a while. I need to. Not working for Amazon anymore. Now work for a company with platform very similar to YouTube. All right, that's new to me. I didn't even know you were working for Amazon or a company. I didn't even know. But yeah, this is my store. I haven't done any work to it in a while. A lot of things you could do. You could rearrange stuff. You know, they're supposed to have 4 featured items here, but obviously they sold. So that's it. My website, which was toysandstuffcollectibles.com, is I took it down because I wasn't happy with Square. Hey, Mr. Jim, how are you? And Catherine, Mary. Yep. Yeah, no, I know a lot of people don't know that they probably thought I was dead or something. I just got off of YouTube. I wasn't happy with the drama and that type of stuff. I stopped doing YouTube's auctions, and then December, I wanted to come back on. February, I wanted to celebrate my 15th year on YouTube, and then everything just fell apart. So I'm getting there. I'm getting back. Looks like I'll be on 5 o'clock Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, doing reselling talk and stuff like that. What's sold now? Oh, another good game. Nice. A profitable day. More drama on YouTube than Facebook. Yeah. Yeah. Facebook, when the people, I don't do them, but the people that do Facebook auctions, it's like the whatnot auctions. There's no, they may, in Facebook, they may say, hi, how are you, or whatever, but there's no people holding conversations like, this person's a jerk. Why did he do that? This, that. And it's like, oh my God. Go, they need the old AOL chat rooms. Let's go in here and talk crap about somebody. Cheryl, how are you? Thank you. Thank you. I believe Musk has bought Twitter. Yeah, that's what I saw. Now the big thing is everybody's saying on the online is, I wonder if Trump's going to go back on Twitter now. If he's going to allow him back on Twitter. That would be interesting. I mean, Who knows? Who knows what he's going to do with Twitter? Who knows how he's going to, if he's going to change it or whatever. I don't use Twitter a lot. And I just found out today, believe it or not, that you could go live on Twitter. I didn't know that. Twitter may now compete with Facebook. That would be nice. Mr. Paul, it's been a pleasure hanging out. Thanks for the info. See you soon. Every day except Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, 5 p.m. Thanks for coming in, Michael. It was great talking with you. But yeah, competition is good for everybody. Definitely good for everybody. But I never knew you could go live on Twitter. I mean, I broadcast a couple of times live on Twitch. And I don't get Twitch either, but I do it. But yeah, so that's about it. It was great to actually do something and have it come to be live. That was awesome. You know, that proved a point that was very, very good. I'm happy that happened. To prove that it can happen, that you have to hustle, you have to work your listings, not just keep listing and listing and listing, but work what you have for listings. I always say, I hate having anything in my listings older than 6 months. I'd rather it turn over, even just give me whatever cash I can get so I can get new stuff, fresh inventory. I want the turnover. And then always, I know there's more people in here now and just as many people on Facebook. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I really appreciate it. Like I said before, the most important part of your title is the first 4 to 6 words. So every day, no matter how many listings you have, every day, try to work a couple. Start on page 1, have them go to 10 a page. Like mine, I'm set for 100 a page, so 100 listings. I think you could set it down to 10 or maybe 20 and just get through one page at a time. And then you'll start freshening your listings. I started today to make sure that I'm the lowest price on the newest items I have. And I want to get through all of them. But just things like that. It's the hustle that gets the dollars, that gets the gets it all rolling. You know, it all comes to play. So thank you again, everyone. I really appreciate you coming in, spending some time with me here today. And I'll be back on tomorrow. If anybody's got a topic or anything they'd like to suggest, put it in the comments when the video is done. Please. I appreciate it. And I'd like to start getting some comments because I want to start doing some more giveaways. We're supposed to do giveaways celebrating my 15 years on YouTube. Yes, it's been a while. And it didn't happen because stuff just got thrown in my way. But I'd like to start doing it. And the way we're going to do it is with comments. I'll do the comment selector. So when the video's done, just say, hey, Paul, that was great. Or can you talk about this? Can you get into that? If I don't know it, I'll find somebody that knows it and we'll talk about it. I don't know everything. But that's it, everybody. So thank you again. I really appreciate it. And see everybody tomorrow.